Oh, ladies and gentlemen, look at us. We're back for week number 5. The management they can't get enough of us.
They love us.
Yeah, it's the Suki and Scott show back in action. Of course, we are presented by the good folks at collectibleexchange.com, cxstuff.com. Talk about those guys in just a minute.
But before we do anything, let's just Purell.
Oh, thank you.
Well, this is,
so
what?
far, so good.
Lately, this is like, kind of like what you need in your life, right?
Yes.
That's just.
Oh, wait, hold on. You have some over here, Suki.
But literally, this is what people need to do.
Good start to the show.
And you know what? We were talking about this last week.
Go ahead. What's up, baby?
Don't touch anybody. Don't kiss anybody. Don't
great.
hug anybody.
Ladies
Purell
and gentlemen,
first.
Listen, you may think things look dire and bleak right now and people aren't on the roads, trains are empty, but here's the good news.
People are not on the road.
Here's the good news, Suki.
Go ahead, shoot.
Arod put out a picture yesterday for the first anniversary of he and J-Lo's engagement.
And how cute do they
Isn't
look?
that great? Here's my question to you before we get into the
1 year picture.
Before we get into coronavirus and all that good stuff.
We're going to talk about that.
Yeah. We'll talk about it. If you're engaged to a guy for a year, and he puts out a picture, happy 1 year anniversary of our engagement, what's the first thing your friends and your parents are going to call you up and ask
when
you?
you get married. That's what happens around here.
How long are you going to be engaged?
How long are you going to be engaged for?
Yeah. This schmuck, when's he going to take you to?
Date? I bet you there's a date.
You think there's a date?
I think a lot of people had dates. So wasn't it like Orlando Bloom and Katy Perry were supposed to get married in Japan? They canceled that. She's pregnant.
Girl. Yeah.
I think a lot of people have plans. Maybe they did, and now the corona.
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 My question to you is, do you think that they actually make it to the altar, Arod and J-Lo?
Oh, yeah.
You think they're going?
I think they're made for each other.
You would think they're made for each other?
I think they're made for each
narcissistic?
other. No, I think they're both.
No, they're not narcissistic.
I think J-Lo has really helped Arod be a lot more palatable. I mean, did you hear that interview where he talked about, the Houston Astros, and he felt like they did not have... well, basically, they didn't serve the time like A-Rod did.
Yeah.
He was fined. He was out of baseball.
Right.
And then he had a huge comeback, but he did his time.
But right now...
He was maligned.
Yes, but right now they're in the A-Rod denial stage before they go through everything else.
What do you mean?
For a couple of years, A-Rod sat there and said he never did anything.
But you know what? That's why I take a love of the good woman, which is J-Lo, to correct his wrongs, to get him out of his ego, to understand that the game is... You know what? Professional sports players, come on. Egos are big in the game. In any game.
Mm-hmm.
You could be in your small community and you know who the little fish is in your small community. But what I'm saying is it took J-Lo to say, listen, if you're going to play the long game, you got to come out and apologize. You got to come out and be humble. And you're going to have to start rebuilding.
You think she did all that for him?
Yes, she did. Him being with J-Lo created a lot of credit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you.
It
went a long way. Yeah. Now America loves him. America loves him.
I don't know if all of America loves him.
I think
I don't love him so much.
think that if you're not a New York fan, or if you weren't really completely upset with A-Rod about what happened, I think you do love him.
There were a lot of sports writers who were not happy that A-Rod came out and talked about the Astros like that, because they don't think that...
Why?
Because, he's
Why?
not one to talk about coming clean right off the bat. Because the guy spent many talk shows sitting there saying denying.
But that
and he admits it. He admits it.
But can I tell you something? It's a process of your ego being able to heal itself, to be able to look at yourself and say, you know what? I'm going to take the blame. I wasn't the best person that I could have been. I am now done the work. And now look at everything that's happening for them as a couple and for him personally. I think he's probably making more money now than he ever did.
Suki, it's too much good. I don't like it. Too much good happening for A-Rod, and I don't like it.
But you could disagree with me, because you know what? You probably dealt with A-Rod back in the day when he was a total DB. Yeah,
absolutely.
And you know what? I'm sure he regrets those moments because they were so short in his career, but he didn't realize it, because we create our athletes to be these, superhuman beings. And when they fall, we watch them fall, and then for them, it's very hard for him to accept it. You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean you don't love me? What do you mean? It's kind of like us on TV. What do you mean we're not on TV?
What? We are on TV, Suki. Look at us. We're here. We're right.
But you know what I'm saying?
In front of this camera.
like there's a lot of questions to it. There's a lot of people that are involved in making decisions and things happen in the same way. But what I'm saying is that I do believe J-Lo helped in recreating Arod. And so I applaud J-Lo. The love of a good woman saved him. I really do. And now they're blending families. Look at the Insta love. America loves them.
Listen,
did you see the Super Bowl? Look at how fantastic she was in that.
You and I weren't together this past weekend, but happy International Women's Day.
Thank you.
If I didn't get to say that for you, what'd you do on Women's Day? Anything?
Why are you saying it with such sarcasm?
Because every day is women. Every day is Women's Day.
Why are you saying it with such sarcasm?
Come on,
what do you mean? You don't want to celebrate the women in your life?
Oh, I love.
You have a lot of women.
I love Sookie. I love women. I love them. I love women. As a matter of fact, of all the things that are going on, here's Kourtney Kardashian right here, and this is my favorite page in the paper today, page 3.
Page 3.
But what is this International Women's Day? What happens? Is it just another empowerment thing?
Yes, of course. I mean, the impetus of International Women's Day.
Suki, do you think in the broadcast world that women are still in the minority of people on TV?
They're on TV. They're on TV, but I don't know if they're running the show.
No, forget.
Let me tell you something. When you're running the show, that's when things start happening.
Well, listen, I see a lot of people, when females who are in charge of newsrooms and executive
International
producers.
Women's Day, excuse me, just so we know.
Go ahead, say it.
Was Sunday, March 8th. The day is aimed to help the nation and worldwide eliminate discrimination against women.
Okay.
It also helps focusing women to gain full and equal participation in global development. And that's why we celebrate International Women's Day.
And then in November,
equality.
In November is International Men's Day, I noticed. So what do you think? What happens on International Men's Day?
I don't know. You guys sit around, drink beers, and be like, "Oh, we got away with it for so long. We're continuing to get away with it. We continue to be leaders of nations. We continue to be bosses and presidents of companies.
Do you
and
hear
let's keep those women down.
Singing the songs of angry men." That's what we do on Men's Day in our underwear. It is the music of the people who will not. Nice big jug of Corona.
Women are like angry and just like, when are we gonna have
women
our
are just
day?
pissed. Give us a day.
Give us one day.
I love women.
I know you do.
I do.
But you love them in their little box.
Yeah. I love them in the kitchen. All right. No, I'm just kidding. Women are the best. Yeah. I love women. I love it when they're in the kitchen. The little ladies making me a little something on the skillet. Speaking of women,
that's how I like my men.
Speaking of women, before we get to the coronavirus, did you see that Dolly Parton, at 75 years old, wants to be back on the cover of Playboy magazine?
Does she really?
She wants to be back in Playboy.
I did not hear that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now
tell me about that.
Here's my question to you. Now, this is a double-edged sword for a male, because if I say, Dolly Parton.
You want to see Burt Reynolds back on Playgirl?
Dolly Parton still looks great. I'd love to see her in Playboy. You want to see a 75-year-old woman in Playboy? And if I said, well, I don't want to see her in Playboy, then it's, she's 75 and she's still beautiful. Why are you knocking her? So I'm going to ask you, do you want to see a 75-year-old Dolly Parton?
She wants to be full on nude.
She says, quote, my boobs.
Beautiful negligee.
She says, my boobs are still perfect.
Because they've been augmented how many times?
Her boobs are only 18 years old. She's 75. Do you want to see Dolly Parton
listen, if she's showing her boobs, and she wants to display this, the reality is, you saw J-Lo in the bikini, right? She's 50, right?
Looks great.
She looking great.
Yeah.
And I could see J-Lo doing something like that at 65, 70, right. You know what I mean? I see it but can I ask you a question? At what point do we take the whole sexuality aspect out of just aging? Can't we just say, boy, Dolly looks great. She has obviously had plenty of augmentation to help her. Now, if Dolly didn't have one thing done, then I want to see her naked. And then if she looks that good and she had nothing done, then I want to see the goodies. Show me the goodies, because I haven't had anything done and I want to see what it looks like, because I know what I look like and I know things fall after breastfeeding and babies. If you don't bring them right back up with a bra, they're going right back down. Gravity bringing them right back down. But if you've had augmentation, does that still make you beautiful?
Why not? I go for augmentation. Did Crystal Brinkley have any augmentation? She looks incredible.
I think she just has tweaks. I can't imagine her getting a full-on facelift, but I think she's tweaked it with like fillers and Botox and whatever.
She's like Benjamin
Is that
Button.
augmentation though? Augmentation is like when you have like a tummy lift, or when you have like a boob job, when you have, whatever.
Yeah.
And everybody that has a nose job has sinus issues.
Yeah, no, I hear you. All right, so you want to get to the big topic of the week?
All right, so let's talk about. Let's in honor of that, we have to do that again.
Give me another. Hit me again, would you?
Hit me, baby, one more time.
My loneliness. Can I just tell you something
Needs
about
more Purell.
This past weekend? I did an event where I showed up. At this big convention,
yeah. How did that go?
This big wrestling convention, and the place was packed. But everybody walking around doing this with their hands. Every picture I took, it was like, hey, great to meet you. Hey,
you're so afraid, right?
Oh my God! Every I never Purelled so much in my life.
Listen, you've got all of Italy under quarantine.
Italy's done.
The whole country
is closed.
Under quarantine. The numbers are kind of staggering. Then you've got this whole area in New Rochelle, this 1 mile radius.
Don't worry, the president says, stay calm, it will go away.
Yeah, that's what he says.
On its own.
I don't think it's going to just go away. Then you saw the whole market crash.
Yeah.
Kind of like early on, and then all the systems checked that and things haven't happened. They were blaming Russia and Saudi Arabia for the crude oil prices, but you know what?
It's literally like a movie. It's like a science fiction movie.
I know that sounds crazy, but when you're looking at the numbers, it's kind of daunting. I mean, you have so many people in Westchester County right now. Westchester is pretty much the hotbed of the coronavirus.
Yeah, they got
and
the
now
National Guard.
The National Guard is
here.
Quarantined off. It's quarantined.
It's like a mile radius.
Yeah, like a mile radius, but it's quarantined. But what does that really mean?
Nothing, Sookie.
You can't stop
it.
I don't understand what that means.
You are not going to stop the spread
in Italy, you can't go out. They don't want you to go out. They don't want you to do anything unless. And if you do have to go out to get provisions, I think there's like a 6 feet radius you have to keep from people. No. There's a lot of provisions.
Gondola rides.
There's actually fines. You can be in jail for 3 months. You can get fined $225 a day. But, what does quarantine mean here? I just think we're starting coronavirus. You do know what I mean?
Listen, things are being canceled, right? Events are being canceled.
Oh, yeah.
The New York City half marathon. Schools are being closed. And it's unbelievable. And you know what I think? Just like in the movies where, right, when the aliens invade the earth?
Yeah.
And they put their ships over all the countries and the countries get together. They say, okay, well, we know we have our differences, but we're still all part of humanity, right?
Yeah.
So here you have this virus, and it's spreading to all these different countries, right? China, Italy, everywhere.
Well, China, the numbers are coming down because they've actually tested people.
Right.
That was the other big issue yesterday that, the president was asked about, do we have enough tests? He says we do, but the problem was in the initial outbreak, and if you go to a lot of healthcare givers, they say that they do not have the tests that are necessary. And that's been a big point of contention because I believe they didn't trust the test that the CDC or the World Health Organization, was giving out, and the U.S. felt that it wanted to have its own test.
But
so correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm almost positive that was the case.
Here's the thing. Why can't we get all the best minds from each country together and work on this thing together? Because what's going to happen is, and I already read about it, China's going to come up with their vaccine. And they already said they're going to withhold the vaccine
from.
Said that? Absolutely. They're going to withhold the vaccine from us until certain things happen. And that's what's going on.
On an economic level? If we're going to
it's almost
take away our economic sanctions? Is that what you're talking about?
Every country is trying to come up with this thing on their own. And they're going to hold that over other countries' heads once someone comes up with a vaccine. Everybody needs to get together and get a hold of this thing and do it, get your best scientists from every friggin' country, put them together.
But there's money to be made,
you know that.
There's money to be made, and people are going to want to make their money and make the most out of their money.
Have you changed
there's 46 positive cases in New York City alone. That's 46. There's 100 plus in Westchester County. Not to mention all the cases in Washington State. There are now cases in not in every state, but pretty much every state in the United States.
Who do you believe, Sookie? Do you believe the Dr. Oz's of the world who say, stay calm, just wash your hands, everything's fine? Or do you believe the people on the other side who talk about, in another month that we're going to be in an S storm where things are just going to be insane?
I don't know, because if you look at what happened to Italy, what did Italy do wrong? I don't know. What did Italy do wrong that we're doing right in terms of containment? I would like that question answered.
Well, we haven't done anything right in terms of containment.
But that's what I want to know.
Hearing about
so if
more
you're
cases.
looking, if you're looking at Italy as like, let's say, an example of what could happen, are we on the track to what could happen, or are we on the downswing? Because we are able to contain people, and Americans are much more, like, listen, I can't go to work.
Do you feel
now the governor's saying that, if you don't have to go to work from home. A lot of people are working from home and choosing to do things like that and work remotely. I don't know. Do you think that over the next 2 weeks we're going to still talk about it? Is there going to be another 100 more cases, or are we going to be on the decline in 2 weeks?
No, I think you're going up first. Just like the flu. The flu outbreak, you see more cases of it each year. They talk about 50,000 people have died from the flu over the last year. This
1 year.
This thing is it media driven?
Yeah.
The hysteria, is that media driven?
I don't think it's
but I think you're going to see it get a lot worse.
How many Americans have been tested for the coronavirus? Right now in England there's almost 22,000 Britons that have been tested for the coronavirus.
How many Americans in your life right now? You personally?
I don't really. I'm supposed to give like a speech on Saturday.
Right.
And because I live in the containment zone or in the area,
speech to whom?
right?
The World Health Organization?
The World Health Organization. No, at the Apollo Theater for a women's empowerment summit.
More women's empowerment.
Empowerment summit.
Aren't you people empowered enough?
No, I'm going to put full disclosure, like, hey, how do you feel about this? What do you think? I just want to put a disclaimer out because,
right.
I mean, I'm not symptomatic or anything like that, but I just want to say, this is where I live and this is what you need to know. And if you don't want me to come, I totally get it, because you've got young people, you've got old people, you've got people that are there. And I think it is important to be completely honest about those things.
You know what my favorite headline was yesterday?
Yeah, what was it?
Coronavirus conference canceled because of coronavirus. Did you see that one?
No, I did not see that one. Where was that?
It was in the paper. It was amazing. It was all over social media. Coronavirus conference canceled.
I mean, but if you think about it, I mean, do you trust that the MTA is now making the proper provisions? Now we're making our own hand sanitizers. New York is, you know that, because there was not. It's very hard to find hand sanitizers
and toilet paper apparently.
Yes. What about the toilet paper?
I don't know. What's up with it? I think people
do you have like problems?
People are
on the back end with Corona.
They're buying it up.
Or they're hoarding
because of in case they have to quarantine.
They're hoarding. I don't know, but I find Corona to be, because there isn't a vaccine out there, so I have issues with that. And there isn't any clear-cut policies because this is like such new territory that we're dealing with. It's concerning. Would you be going on a cruise ship right now?
Me, no. I wouldn't go.
What do you think about those people in California that have been slowly, kind of disembarking from the cruise ship?
It's crazy. Listen, my daughter's on spring break right now in Miami. And I'm like, dude, just keep.
But she's in Miami.
Scrubbing.
She's in Miami.
And listen, I think for kids, getting the coronavirus is,
what she's doing. The only corona she's doing is right here with 2 limes and a little bit, and a shot of tequila. That's the only corona.
I believe alcohol kills all viruses when it comes down.
That's what your daughter is doing.
So listen, people look to this show for levity and answers, and
philosophical answers.
We don't have, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we have? We've got balls. We got balls right here.
I like that.
Because, of course, we are presented by our good friends at Collectible Exchange.com and cxstuff.com. And Sookie, you see these 3 balls right here? Mm-hmm. This is labeled right here, cheaters. These are all signed by Astros. AJ Hinch used to be the Astros manager. Vic, who else is on here?
It's Beltran, Cora, and Hinch.
Yeah,
Beltran, Cora, and
Hinch.
Yes,
Carlos Beltran. Cora's on here, AJ Hinch. So this one is labeled Cheaters. And it's only signed by guys who have played for the Astros. And of course, you can get it all at collectibleexchange.com, cxstuff.com, where they have just an unbelievable a display.
I do love the display, and I do love the
it's crazy. A lot of stuff.
The whimsiness.
Well, the Emmys are ours, but there's things back here. Look at this. You got this. Look at this, the Shaq holding up Steph Curry right here. Oh, Shaq just lost his head. The Shaq Daddy.
Shaq Daddy lost his head.
Where'd he go?
He's underneath your thing.
You guys just took my head off.
It's underneath your chair. I can't bend because I fell this weekend.
Shaq lost his head.
Do you want to tell everybody how I fell this weekend?
Sookie fell, ladies and gentlemen. I had to carry her into the building today.
Can I tell you something? It's not pretty when you fall when you're older. It is not pretty.
No.
I was wearing, big mistake. Yeah. Please, everybody. This is
what were you wearing?
This is a public service announcement. Do not wear socks on wood floors.
No. Oh, I know.
Do not wear
Especially
socks
on steps.
That's exactly what happened. I went down like this, fell on my back, crooked my neck, hyperextended my knee. My knees are terrible. It's a mess. I can't even turn right now. It hurts so much right now today. But I'm doing well. I'm in rehab. I actually was like laying on the floor. My kids were like, "Mommy, are you okay?" And I'm like this. You know when you're hurt and you're like, "Get your father!" They're like, "You're okay?" And you're like breathing through the pain because the pain is seething through it's like ripping through your body, and you're like, I want to scream.
Isn't that the worst?
So the kids are like scared. You're laying on the floor. You're like a flopping fish. You're like going from one side to the other side. And then, you know what? Your husband takes you and you ice it up and you wish for the best. And I'm actually able to straighten it out a little bit. I went to PT, 90-year-olds, physical therapy with 90-year-olds just to get myself walking again. But I thank the Lord that I did not break anything. Thank you. Or need an operation or anything like that. I'm working, but I'm a little.
She's here.
I'm a little crooked. I'm a little crooked.
Here. I sent you this little ditty yesterday.
Yeah, I saw it.
From BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed has so many of these great things out. You know? So this was one thing I saw. It said, "Do you pronounce these words the same way as everybody else?" It's time to find out. So
let's play a game, ladies and gentlemen.
It's time to play. No, so I just wanted to see because I think you and I do pronounce the same words a little differently sometimes.
Yeah.
So AUNT.
Okay.
How would you pronounce that?
Aunt.
You say aunt, I say aunt.
Okay.
Right? So I wouldn't say aunt, I say aunt. Aunt is very proper. Hello, aunt. Right?
Aunt.
Hey.
When you know what I think about aunt, I think about Anthony. Hey, aunt. Because when I grew up on Staten Island, aunt was aunt short for Anthony. Aunt was my aunt, Patricia.
Hey, if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle. You know what I'm saying? How about CARAMEL?
Caramel.
You say caramel. See, I say caramel.
Caramel.
We say everything differently.
Caramel.
You say caramel.
Caramel.
I say
caramel,
caramel.
California, caramel.
All right.
What you eat, right?
How about
that?
What?
Caramel, California.
Where Clint Eastwood lives.
And caramel, what you eat.
Yes.
The little treat.
But don't you just said you say caramel.
But I mean, what is it? Is it
what's
caramel,
the treat
California?
No, but what's the treat?
Caramel.
Caramel.
Yeah.
But you just
Carmel is the city that Clint Eastwood's from.
All right, how about this? ROUTE.
Root.
You say root? I think I've used both. Route and root, right?
I mean, route means another word. I mean, route is.
All right, here's what I know what you're gonna say, but let me. ESPRESSO.
ESPRE express ESP.
Yeah.
I have to look at the word.
ESP.
Oh my God! Can you show it to me?
RESPCT. ESPRESSO.
Espresso.
You say the espresso, not espresso.
I don't go espresso.
Espresso, please.
I say espresso.
I would like an espresso with my aunt. How about DATA?
Data.
You say data. Yeah, that's fine.
You say data?
I don't say data. I like data.
I dated another girl.
How about PAGAMAS?
Pajamas.
You say pajamas. That's what I say. But people say pajamas.
Do some people say pijamas?
Pijamas?
I like those. Those must be really, really expensive.
Si, senor.
Pijamas.
Pajamas? Did you like the silky pajamas with my aunt? All right, how about MAYONNAISE?
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise, right? Some people say mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise. Or some people say mayonesa.
Mayonesa. Si, senor.
Si.
Would you like the mayonesa? With your oatmeal and your aunt is sitting right here.
And your grandfather is sitting in his very nice silky pajamas.
What was the little guy's name on Fantasy Island? What was his name again?
Little guy. The plane.
What's his name?
Oh, my God. Oh. Tattoo. But what was his real name? Yeah.
Well, I know it's Hervé Villacek.
Hervé Villacek.
Right.
Yeah. Tattoo. You come here.
Get the mayonnaise. Tattoo. How about PECAN?
Pecans.
Pecan?
You say pecans?
I say pecan. I think so.
You say pecans. How about EITHER? Exactly. Either.
I go either one on the either.
Or I do either way.
Yes, with the pecans. And finally, Sook, how about JEWELRY?
Oh, jewelry.
You say jewelry, right?
Yeah.
Does anybody say jewelry?
Jewelry.
Do people say jewelry?
Jewelry.
Tattoo, get me the jewelry. I'd like to dip it into the mayonnaise.
While I'm sitting here in my silk pajamas.
My pajamas. Do people really say pajamas?
Pajamas. It's Latin.
It's Latin. It's the Latin verbiage for pajamas.
Pajamas. The J is around
So.
That's what people are doing. Let me tell you something. When somebody sneezes now, what do you do?
Oh my God.
When somebody coughs, where do you go?
And you know what? Every time.
Now allergies. I have terrible allergies. I might be coming in here, like my eyes watering.
Squirt me up, Sue. Squirt me up. Yeah.
My eyes watering, coughing out. I mean, so how do you know if it's the flu, if it's the corona, or if it's allergies? If it's allergies.
Let me sanitize the Emmys. Hold on.
By the way, can we just talk about the other thing, Prince Harry?
What's up with Prince
and
Harry?
Meghan Markle?
Yeah,
Did you hear about this?
What are they doing?
I mean, he's back in Canada. Apparently, there's some crazy audio tape where he's sitting here, ripping into people, let me see if I can find it.
Prince Harry getting crazy, huh?
Yeah. Do you care about it at all?
Nah, I never really paid attention.
You never cared about them?
I think she's a very pretty lady. I always liked her when she was an actress. But whenever I see stories on them, I don't really pay attention.
I just think that it's just. Do you feel bad for them that they're now living?
No, I don't feel bad for them.
Living in agony in Canada.
Yeah. Well.
I just laugh at this. These are people that were born with silver spoons. What does Meghan Markle ever have to worry about? And from now until she dies?
She's gonna be in a TV show. She wants to be an actress.
She wants to be. Give me a break. Do you really want to be an actress when you're a royal? Don't you have other things to do in the world?
Yeah.
You could lend your name to do other things. I don't know. I feel for her, but I just feel gee whiz, how bad is it really?
Well, listen. What about him? Do you think he really wanted to break away from the royal family, or he did it because of her? No.
I think him marrying her was the beginning of the end.
put a crimp in
him
the
marrying her was the beginning of the end, and that's how I feel about that.
There's
what do you think about Joe Biden cursing the other day?
I don't know, Joe. Come on.
Do you think he should have used the four-letter word? You're full of shit to
listen,
a worker.
That's the world we're in now. Trump does it all the time. People are used to it. I think that's the world we're in.
Don't we want to be better than that? Don't we want to be better than that as people? That's my problem. I don't want my lawmakers cursing.
No.
Am I crazy?
And I don't think he's going to beat the Trumpster. I just don't think so.
But I'm just saying, it doesn't matter that, people, I just don't think why do we need to curse? There's millions of words that we can use. Why couldn't he say, listen, they were talking about gun control, right? And this was this. Joe Biden yesterday, and he got into an argument in Michigan. This is an auto worker right there about gun control.
And he threatened to fight him.
Was he acting presidential?
Joe wanted to fight him.
He said you're full of shit.
And he challenged them to a fight.
All right, he challenged him to a fight. But that's why they call him, Joe Biden.
Yeah, okay.
Jumping Joe Biden.
Let me ask you a question. Can you think Joe Biden can work his cell phone? Because people his age can't.
I know, my parents.
What do you think's more detrimental to folks over 65?
I can't even work the phone.
Coronavirus or the cell phone? They can't work the phones.
At least somebody's not working the phones. If Hillary was working the phones a lot, and what happened over there, and we're still dealing with Burisma. And where is the server? Where is the server?
Where are those emails?
Where are those emails, Hillary? So she was on that. At least Joe Biden won't be on that because he's too old.
I got one more thing for you from BuzzFeed that I thought you would like, okay? 21 tweets about being an adult that are unfortunately way too real.
Okay.
You let me know if
you know you're an adult when.
When, yes.
Okay.
So one woman,
that's our game now.
These are tweets.
Okay.
And you agree or disagree.
You know you're an adult when.
I realized I was an adult when $1,000 was no longer a lot of money.
That is so true. That is so true. Remember when you got like $10, $5, and you're like $100? When somebody gave you $100, you're like,
oh, forget it.
Oh, I love you.
Great.
Thank you so much. And then you realize that nothing is getting you anywhere nowadays.
You know you're an adult when your parents stop booking your doctor's appointments.
True.
And instead you just avoid going and hope you don't die.
Exactly. True.
This is one of my favorites.
Adulting.
You know you're an adult when you start to pick up the ice cubes and put them in the sink instead of just kicking them under the refrigerator.
Hashtag adulting. True. Because my son.
I still kick them under the refrigerator.
You do?
Absolutely.
You're crazy.
Let's see. You know you're an adult when you hear the heater kick in and your first thought is how much it's going to cost.
No, I don't think about that. But yes, you as a man.
Right.
My husband keeps the thing at like 68.
Yeah.
Don't you think that's too cold?
No, mine's at 66.
66?
My wife gets warm at night, so she sleeps with the room everything's got to be cold. Everything's cold.
Oh my God.
You know you're an adult when you start forming strong opinions about grocery stores.
The aisle's not too big. What's going on?
Right.
Let me tell you something. The Acme by my house, they actually opened up the aisles, and I was like, "This is fantastic!
Yeah.
Look at this, Joe.
And don't you
my car can go any which way. I'm so excited."
You love when the shelves are like soldiers.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Soldiers.
Love it. It's beautiful. Yes.
Here's a
I
couple
definitely
more.
am old.
You're officially an adult when someone asks you what you're doing on a Saturday and you say your taxes.
Oh my God.
You know you're officially
Tax day's
adult
coming, April 15th.
when you get excited about buying a new knife set and new pots and pans.
I do get excited. Or going to Home Goods, excitement.
You are officially an adult when you're looking forward to taking a nap after work.
Oh, I miss those days. Isn't it sad that you're like,
here's the best one.
This is what you got to look forward to
Here's
in
the
life?
best one. You know you're an adult when you hate when the kids are out for summer break. Right?
No, my kids never leave.
No, I know, but you can't wait till they get back to go to school.
So can I ask you a question? Has your relationship changed since your daughter went to college, like you and Lara? Because, the dynamics of a relationship changes after that.
Well, I still have a 9-year-old at home.
Oh, that's true. Dilly's still there.
Yeah, but when Dylan goes to camp, the summer.
You and Lara are like,
do you hear the people singing the songs of angry men? It's like a frat in that house when my kids are out.
I know. Well, listen, I'm just going to say, this has been quite a week.
Quite
a week. The headlines,
$2.
$2 now. Remember when the Post was what? 25 cents?
25 cents.
25 cents. The Post is now $2. But how good is it? And you know you're old when you like feeling a paper and going put your hands. Nobody reads the paper anymore. Everybody wants to read it off the phone. It's not the same thing. I like touching it. I like feeling it.
What do you like? Do you like touching?
I like touching. I like feeling.
Right?
I like touching.
Tell us the truth. You hurt your leg because that's not the story you gave.
That's really
the
what I
story
did.
you gave wasn't what you told me earlier in the week.
It's really what I did.
Listen, folks, I don't want to speak out of school here, but Sookie and her husband, they were role playing.
And he just pushed me down the stairs. He's like, you know what? I want to get a new wife.
They were playing Mommy Dearest. They were recreating the scene. Sookie was in a wheelchair.
He's like, get away.
Chucked her down the stairs.
Anyway, I think it's been quite a week. I don't think we're done with coronavirus.
Are we done with this show?
We're definitely done with the show. And we got to thank everybody. If you listen,
what is it? Like, subscribe, follow.
But the most important thing that and I want to get personal here. Play some nice music.
All right,
play some nice music here.
I'll get some music going.
I just want to tell people it's really important to get maybe 2 friends to subscribe to this, and then so we can grow the show because Scotty and I are finding our own lane. So if we can if you sell 2 friends and they sell 2 friends and so on and so on and so on, forth. It could be such a wonderful, wonderful thing. So please subscribe to us on YouTube. Also, please subscribe to us on Facebook, like us, and we're also on Instagram and Facebook. I thought you were going to play My Corona.
No, Sookie, that's insensitive.
What are you playing?
You were talking about J-Lo.
Oh, yeah.
You know this song, right?
No, I don't know this song.
Dance on the Floor?
Oh, is that with Pitbull?
You don't know this song?
Pitbull?
You don't know this song?
No, I don't.
You know you're old when you don't know this song. You never heard this? Was on the radio, all over the airwaves.
Okay, is this like the intro that I don't know about?
Yeah, maybe you know the intro. Hold on.
Okay, let's get to the end part.
Oh, boy.
He's straight to LA, London to the, tonight away. Tonight we're gonna be it on the floor.
Go, Sookie.
Tonight, have somebody drink a little more. Thank you, J-Lo. I will. Oh.
Morocco.
London to Ibiza. Straight to LA, Morocco.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we love you.
You know you're old when you just don't know.
You're old when you don't even know. Yeah, it's a mess, my friends. It's a mess.
Anyway, subscribe, like us. We love you. Thank you for your support. It has meant everything. Like,
taking the world by storm, the Suki and Scott show.
And Scotty and I are thinking about doing it like 2 or 3 times a week now because of your input and love.
Should we pump it up? I mean, should we do it 2-3 times a week?
Yeah, and what do you want us to talk about?
Yeah,
we need your help on all of those things. Do you like what we're doing right now? Do you want us to expand? Do you want us to get some live guests? Just help us, So help us formulate. We got to thank our boy Vic for being on the...
Vic on the wheels of steel!
recording right there.
What's up, Vic?
And we'll say that's it for now. Episode 5 of the Suki and Scott Show.
Bye-bye, everybody.
We're out.
It's over. You get a little bonus time. This is like your bonus time now, Stu. The show's officially over, but
we're just playing you out right now.
We're still here. You can leave whenever you want.
Yeah. Credits are rolling.
You leave whenever you want. We'll be here. December back in '63. What a very special time for me. What an Emmy Sookie girl.
Thank you. I'd like to thank everybody who is responsible.
Oh, what a night. All right, everybody. Now we're really going because I gotta go to the bathroom.
That's how you know you're really old. Be that sick. We gotta do a tease.
Oh, yeah.